Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video on the channel. Inside of today's video, we're going to be going through a few balance changes which just dropped right now with an optional update, and Otis seems pretty broken from just alone the patch notes and also a secret balance change as well. So before we jump into it, make sure you're using a creator code. That'd be greatly appreciated. And without further ado, let's jump right into it. Alright guys, so jumping into the first game then. So the big balance change to that, well, the main one that we're going to be talking about, it has to be Otis. So Otis has got a huge damage buff. So one bullet was 630 damage before the buff, and now it deals 690. So that is a big change, specifically when you're in those 1v1 interactions, and when of course you have like supered someone, you're going to be able to kill them much quicker. And that's one thing that Otis definitely lacked. He didn't have like any firepower. Now he does have that with his super. And also his super does additional damage when you hit someone as well. It will do 3 ticks with the star power I'm using now, and the other star power will do 4 ticks of poison damage. So that is pretty insane as well. Otis' super always lacks something like a slow or a poison effect, and I think that's why they did actually include this one. And it will actually charge your super as well. I'll work out after this game how much it charges up your super, but yeah, it's a really nice change. I am liking the fact that they actually buffed Otis and not too strong, something like his supercharge rate. That had been pretty broken overall, but already feeling the effects of him, and he feels pretty nice overall right now. We're going to just run into this poker. We should be able to get the super onto him, and that's going to allow us to get the kill, I think. Oh, Mortis just misses his bats on myself there. Looks like we should be able to stop this Mortis in his tracks just, and you can definitely feel the buff straight away. There's certain buffs in the game where you get like a damage buff and sometimes you can't feel it, but this one instantly, as soon as you play Otis, you know he just shreds a lot more. So also as well, just for a full piece of ammo, if you hit 4 of your shots, you will deal well from the initial 2,500. Alright guys, jumping into the next game. So I have no idea what that glitch was about. I was actually playing with Adrian, who does all the balance changes, and he's had to unfortunately go and try and fix that. So yeah, I'm not sure how that actually happened. I think it was as I went to press super and died, the glitch happened. But also I worked out in the meanwhile like how much the super damage does, and in turn like how much it charges your super as well. So it does 510 damage per tick, which is like 1,500 damage, which is actually pretty substantial considering his super. And also it charges it up a fourth up. I completely butchered that, but literally a fourth of his super. So you only need 3 pieces of ammo to charge it back up, which is a pretty insane change in my opinion. So we're going to mute the surge right here. Let's see if we can get a goal. Unfortunately the Otis mutes us, but we can just score in time. So yeah, I'm really liking these changes. I think Otis would definitely be like a top brawler, or at least a brawler that is considered, right? Like he's still got like annoying mechanics at long range, like you can't really hit your shots consistently, but his ability to absolutely shred people now, and specifically like at range, like you can actually mute people and get some value. Like just there, I know he's going to tickle down and it's going to be killed by my super, so I don't even need to waste any ammo on him. But that's going to be another game right there. Let's hop into the next one. Alright guys, so final game with Otis, and just trying to see whether he's actually going to be a decent brawler within the meta. So right now we're just going to run into the Jessie, see how quickly we can shred her down, and just look at that. The damage that I can just put out on these guys is pretty insane to me. Also I'll be looking into the surge nerf as well just after this game, see if that gadget actually is much worse. We can just super the Primo here, and yeah, try and run away a little bit, and we're actually near enough fully charge our super again. So it's going to be really nice in terms of cycling your super, because that was always the big thing with Otis. Like it'll take you a long time to get your first super, but also even if you did use it, it just took so long to get it back again. Like it just didn't really have too much influence on the game. So that's going to be Primo going down there, and of course just allowing you to get any type of additional supercharge whilst you're already in the gunfight. It's just going to cycle quicker. It's just simple maths, and yeah, it's just going to allow Otis to be much better. I like this. I like this. Otis literally has been a brawler which in my eyes has to be one of the most boring brawlers to like be released, in my opinion, just because of how weak he was. His mechanics just felt really unsatisfying, and it's pretty rare for a brawler to be like not only that bad but kind of that boring in the mechanics wise. But if he's pretty strong, people might start to learn to love him a little bit more. But that's going to be another game right there. Let's hop into the surge nerf now. Alright guys, so now moving into the nerf to surge then. So his surge, his power shield gadget got nerfed from 3 hits to 2 hits. So well, like the amount of ammo you restore. So I think this is going to be a little bit of a nerf, but to be honest, I'm pretty disappointed in that nerf. I feel like it should have been killed a lot more, just because you can tank like 80% of the incoming damage. Maybe it should have been like 70% or something like this. This gadget's still going to be really strong in my opinion. So we're going to jump in here on the crow. We can just pop our gadget here and just look at that. I basically got back 3 pieces of ammo. Thanks to Rolo for scoring there. I sneezed, so I've got to edit that out. But yeah, it still feels like when you jump in specifically, like, you're still going to get basically all of your ammo back. There's hardly ever a time where you actually exhaust pretty much all of your ammo, because you end up reloading once. Say if you jump in just like there, you saw basically reloaded an ammo bar before that. So when I do land and when the gadget is popped, I'm going to have 3 pieces of ammo anyway. So again, I'm going to jump onto the Nita. Should be able to get more ammo, and that should be a okay, Rolo just misses that one unfortunately, but yeah, still really liking Surge at the moment. It's going to be a pretty nice time for him in the meta still. So that's going to be one game. Let's hop into another. Alright guys, jumping into another game then. So also going to be talking about the Gus buff, which already happened before his release, because a lot of content creators were sharing their thoughts on Gus, and basically all of them were saying that Gus felt really weak, like one of the worst brawlers within the game. So Supercell obviously took it upon themselves to buff him, which is pretty nice. Like, being buffed before the update again, like, of course you don't want a completely broken brawler, but you also don't want one that's just completely underwhelming and unusable, because it just takes out the fun of the new brawler coming out into the meta. So his base damage got increased. I think this is at level 1. I completely forgot to have a look on the dev build, but you guys probably correct me, but it's just been up to 20 damage from 920 to 940, which isn't really a lot, but considering he's a support brawler, this is going to help him out just a little bit if any brawler does come close to him. A big buff though, his super charge rate is now 4 instead of 5 hits, so that is absolutely huge, because his super seems pretty strong, especially in unison with a lot of aggressive brawlers. Like, that's definitely going to be a nice change. He's going to be able to shield up a lot more, well, himself and also his teammates. And then his reload speed got a buff of 7%, so some really nice changes all around. I think Gus went from like one of the worst brawlers easily to a pretty mid brawler. Like, I would say he's probably at the middle of the meta, whereas Sam is just completely busted right now. So yeah, Gus, I'm excited for his release. I'm not too sure when it'll be released, so I think they did say it would be sometime in September. Yeah, again, correct me if I'm wrong, but we've still got like 10 more days or so of September left, so hopefully he'll be released pretty soon. And for sure, I'll be excited to max him out, because I've got so many boxes saved from the last battle, the last Brawl Pass, and also just overall like the club coins as well. Just got so much saved up. But that's going to be another game right there. Let's hop into the final one. Alright guys, so jumping into the final balance change, which was missed out of the patch notes, we have a couple of changes with Stu. So as you can see at the beginning, he has got an increase in HP of 100, which isn't really a lot, but it might change a few interactions. I don't think it's really going to make him too much better. And also, when your gadget is popped, you don't get your super for free. So he's received a little buff, and quite a huge nerf, to be honest, because that gadget was really OP. So you just see that. I just had to show you guys that you don't get your super for free, which again is an absolutely huge change, because he could basically counter the brawlers that used to counter him in the long run. You know, brawlers like Bell, and I'm trying to think of others top of my head, even like B, could just keep their ranges against a Stu and just not feed that super, and then it'll be pretty hard for Stu to really do anything. But the gadget allowed him just to pop off even in those bad matchup moments. So yeah, I'm interested to see whether this HP buff actually does anything to Stu. I don't think it'll do too much, but these guys are definitely going to overwhelm us. There's just no way that a Stu can deal with a Poco and a Gene. That's another big counter to Stu. Just loads of healing. He just really can't deal with it. Let's see if we can collapse onto this Geno, if we've got enough healing. Unfortunately, my ping isn't low enough, so I can't actually stack my supers and heal like crazy. And just a couple of gems left, and it's not looking too good for us, is it, right now? So I think we've got Gene with a pull in the middle. Mortis is going in, so we need to try and at least help him out a little bit. And now this should actually be the kill onto the Gene. He's actually going to pull us back into him, and now we just got to wait for Max's bubble to pop. And yeah, it's just no way of us getting out. It's so hard to get out with the gems in gem grab unless you're literally like a Mortis who has so much utility. Maybe we can make a team wipe happen. We're really relying on Mortis to pop off though. Let's just use our dashes against this Gene. Gene gonna go down eventually here, but yeah, there's not much way we can probably get these guys down, and that's gonna be a GG right there. But let me know what you think of the changes to Stu. Of course, these are like secret changes unless you're literally playing Stu, which a lot of people might not have even realized for a long time. So also as well, quick shout out to Lana actually seeing this and let me know. Gus is actually arriving in 4 days time, so that would be pretty epic. Absolutely love to see it, and I can't wait to completely max him out, just because I've got so many boxes saved. Like, I'll quickly show you guys just towards the end, just to show like how many I've got saved. I've got the whole Brawl Pass this time around, all of this, and then also I think I've got quite a lot of club coins saved up. So yeah, that's gonna be it for today's video, guys. If you enjoyed this one, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.